It's Women's Month, but it has also been a reckoning for the side chicks. If you've been online anytime this month, then you've seen the Mihlali Ndamase and Asavela Mqokiyana drama. Mihlali was involved in an abusive relationship with lots of infidelity, and apparently, according to the streets, it's not that she deserves it, but what was she thinking? And Asavela has also been cheated on by her husband, who she got with by cheating with him on his ex-wife. And in the past, Asavela has made some shady statements that sum up to nothing is wrong with being a side chick because no man is ever single. So don't let him being married stop you from being his girlfriend because it's never that serious. And I don't know about that, girl. I can't defend you on that one. But some questions have been raised online that did they think that they were special and that the cheater would never cheat on them. And I don't know what the girls were thinking. But all I know is that the girls have been catching some smoke, and some of it is justifiable, but some of it is just outright ludicrous. And I found myself thinking, we are so happy that these women are being dogged by these men because they deserve it for being complicit to and participating in adultery. But where is the smoke for the repeat offenders? I'm not saying that they're innocent, and I'm not saying that they don't deserve some of the hate that they are getting. All I'm saying is that they deserve some of the grace so freely given to this man. Them being wrong doesn't mean they can never be wronged. So this whole saga had me thinking about examining our biases that exempt some of these men from the social consequences of infidelity. And it had me looking at the dreaded P, which is the patriarchy. The juxtaposition of she deserves being cheated on, yet he deserves to hurt another woman and move on scot-free has to be rooted in patriarchy and sexism because the sense is not sensing. Under the patriarchy, women are considered as second-rate citizens and men are considered superior in every way that matters. But somehow, the second-rate citizen is more accountable than the superior being when it comes to infidelity. Somehow, the emotional beings overpower the logical beings when it comes to infidelity, which doesn't make any sense to me because we should be examining the people that have dubbed themselves the logical people. I mean, it's only fair because according to them, logic overpowers emotion in every way possible. And I think it's crazy that has somehow hoodwinked us into thinking that men are better, but to also expect the worst from them at the same time. And I know it's not as black and white as that. There is some gray area, but the gray area is not why we're here. The hate for the other woman is also rooted in the assumption that men are bad, and so we should expect the worst from them. So even if a man cheats and chooses to break up his family, we never critically think about what he was thinking. We look at the other woman and think, how dare she? Because somehow girl code transcends marriage vows. This strange woman that knows nothing about you, owes you nothing, and views you through a maybe distorted lens, which is your husband, somehow owes you more loyalty than your husband who has made vows to you, is not delivering on them just to absolve the man of the primary responsibility in the situation. Another centuries-old problem is the dichotomy of the pious woman who suffers and the morally corrupt woman who makes her suffer. By taking her hapless husband from her is just insane because where is the agency from the men? But the main takeaway from all of this is avoid the patriarchal impulse that makes you feel better than the wife by catering to the man's desires. And we won't be having this conversation about the lack of nuance in the binary of wife and other woman that often leaves the men exempt from the harsh social consequences of his infidelity, because karma will come for the woman and the man will leave unscathed for the next woman, and so the cycle continues. So with that said, I think there's room in the diaspora to be equally, if not even more critical of the men involved in these situations.